Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Monday, October 6th, and let's see how the market looks. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody? And I'll show you something. I always have to do it like this in the morning. I have no idea why, but anyway, let me just show you something amazing this one. Who was saying something big was going $43, just up 30 something? Holy cow, it's up $42 this morning, 25% AMD. My options are going to be huge. I hope it stays up that high at 9:30 because obviously you can't sell your options at 7 a.m. You do have to wait till 9:30 when the market opens to get rid of options. But holy cow, that's a beauty right there, guys. And I can't wait for that one. So there you go. We were talking about AMD. You know, I was telling you guys something is going on. I can tell by the charts, and I'm not sure what it is. AMD surges. We read this the other day with the partner. It was a rumor of potential chip-making partnership between them and Intel. I don't know if that happened today, but it is flying right there, I must say. So, holy cow, up over $40, $39 right now. It's at 204, and I have a few options on here, and I can't wait to see them this morning, Zach and everybody else. How about Rich Tech Robotics? That was flying up there for you, Zach. And Xena right here is moving along this morning, and that's getting set up, so keep an eye on that as well. And let's go through our Jolie's jumpers here, see what's going on in the market, what's happening with these poppers right now. And you can see your SPY is up right now. We'll even look at that first, and then we'll go right into our Jolie's jumper. And your SPY is up $2 and just getting right over that thing, right over that trend line right there. It uses that, and it looks like it wants to get into the top. That's what we were talking about last night. We caught it perfectly, guys. Yeah, Friday I told you it was not getting through the resistance. What happened? It did not go through the resistance, and last night I said it looked pretty good to get back over there, and boom, there we go. And holy cow, AMD! I was like, what's AMD doing this morning? Well, it's cruising, guys. Hopefully it'll keep itself up there for most of the morning, because again, you have to wait until 9:30 to get rid of your options. Sometimes that's why the trading the actual ETFs works well. You got to think what's going to work best for you, because the ETFs, you can actually, if you just buy the straight stocks of them, you can get rid of that right now at 7 a.m. So Laptop Travels here, Luis Rodriguez, and Asian Jolie, Doge Mama 9. Of course, Zach's on. Robin's probably listening in the car on his way to work. So good morning to everybody. And let's see what's going on here with our Jolie's jumpers, because it looks like the market looks good, as we've been talking about. ANRO, this was running last week. I do remember. I don't know it, but I just remember seeing it flying up there Friday, as you can see right there. And it did have a little bit of a healthy pullback. So let's keep on cruising. BTTC is black. Oh, that was that new one that we were looking at, and that did fly up. I know Laptop Travel would mention that when he was all over that. Buru right here. Good old Nubaru ran up last week, pulling back to set up, guys. This is going to be a good setup. I'm going to chop Buru down. Good old Nubaru. We're very familiar with that one. We've watched it a whole lot of times. So let's keep our eyes on that, because it looks like it's getting set up right there. And how about that CRML? We were talking about that critical metals yesterday, and that one was flying up there, and it even popped up more this morning. Opened at 15, got up to 16 right there. And your Dragonfly DFLI has been flying, but I would say it might be pulling back just to get set back up. FEMY. Femices or something, but this one ran up this morning. Watch for that pull back, and then it's going to come right around here in your 60s again. It's going to drop down, and it's going to get popping. This one's going to be a good one. I'm just going to jot it down to keep an eye on it. You can tell by that setup right there that it's going to look good. And let's see what ICCM is up to. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I'm still just coughing a little bit, trying to get through this cold or whatever, but I feel way better, I must say. And I know it's going around. I know a ton of people that are sick, and everyone's saying the same thing. It's like the weirdest kind of illness, guys. I'm telling you guys, know, not much knocks me out, and that put me out for over. I could just like barely do the bare minimum for like 2 weeks there, but definitely feeling much better now. Just have the lingering cough, so I apologize for coughing. I know it's gross, but I can't really help it. I'm trying to get rid of it. ICCM, Ice Cure Medical right here, was cruising along, and that one's pulling back a little bit this morning. We were talking about LAC. We were all over this. It did spike up some more this morning. Just watch. It might pull back a little bit as it's run up pretty significantly, and that would probably be a pullback, as you can see. To set up, it's in the top right there, so one to keep our eyes on. We like all these metal ones and everything else. RMCF, Rocky, I should have said it before I clicked on it. I somehow remembered this one. Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. I remember looking at this thing pop big time back in the day. I mean, it was a while ago. Not forever, but we used to look at this in Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. I do remember this one. And that one's was popping Friday. Looks like it had some pullback there today. But I do remember RMCF right there. And we looked at Rich Tech Robotics. That's running up, looking real good right there. SABS right now. Oh, that looks real good, guys. I'm jotting that one down. SABS. That's going to be a good one right there, guys. So keep an eye on SABS right now. Let's look at that setup real quick and see what it looks like. Yeah, look at that bad boy getting set up. They got something going on over at SAB Biotherapeutics or something, whatever it's called. But yeah, that one's looking healthy right now. SOPA was jumping up this morning. I did see that Society Pass. So that did get ripping there. So you can watch that for a little momentum play along with Braghouse TBH, because that was running up this morning as well. So you can watch that one. And YAAS, what's that doing? Ooh, that one's getting set back up after a reverse split. Not reverse. I just put RS in. I just tried to type in RS. YAS is what it is. And yeah, this one did that reverse split. We caught this on a nice pop over here. And I know because I traded this one reverse split the other day, and it looks pretty healthy. Let's keep our eyes on YAS right there. And again, that was like a penny stock. Now they reverse split. They're up right now. And there you go with them bad boys. Let's take a look at our SPY Mag 7 big caps. Our SPY is up. Where's AMD right now? $41. Wow. I am so excited right now, guys. You have no idea. I have multiple ones. AMD $200 call options is going to be up 50,000%. What do you think mine are going to be up? Laptop travel the way I do it. I was all the way down in here, guys. Here, and I Friday, I was like, that is a crazy healthy pullback for something I wasn't getting rid of them. I was like, that's some healthy pullback, and something crazy is going on. And here we go, Monday morning. I couldn't wait. I woke up this morning. First thing I really looked at was AMD. I was just so curious after that healthy pullback. It had that look like it was going to get ripped, and I didn't touch my options. Usually I would have dumped them right there on that Thursday, but I was that confident this thing was going to get flying. So I watched it pull back a little bit Friday. It was perfectly fine. And even I was fine if it had come back down to the trend line. And I knew it was going to get flying, guys. And bam, look at that thing. AMD, guys. Holy cow. That thing is ripping right now. Up $42, up 26%. Do you know what them options are going to look like? I am so excited. I can't wait for 9:30 to hit and open up my account, because obviously you can't tell what they look like. So I have no idea what the news is, Laptop or Luis Rodriguez. I'm guessing AMD and OpenAI announced a strategic partnership. I didn't see that down there when I came down at first. And AMD signs AI chip supply deal. OpenAI gives it option to take 10% stake. Oh my, guys, that is, what did I say, guys? Something big was going on with AMD, right? Were we not saying that for how long? 2 weeks now? You could tell by the chart setups. And this is what I give you in the night note right here, guys. These beautiful setups. Everybody should have been early to the party on AMD. Open can get 10% of AMD shares. That is wild, guys. Holy cow. And companies working together, they can't produce what they need to produce on their own. The supply is just, or the demand is too high for the supply right now. So these companies don't really have a choice. And now you got the Trump administration that just wants people to be business savvy, work together, and make our country booming with these AI technology. And he's getting these companies to start working together. And holy cow, the potential is going to be insane. And this is what we're talking about, an AI balloon. We're not in a bubble. We're in a balloon, and it's just getting started to get blown up, guys. So you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. We're going to see these things all the time. Look at this thing. This news came out at 7 a.m. We have an entire day. People can't even buy their options yet right now. you know people are going to be getting crazy with AMD. This thing may be monstrous today, guys. I mean, absolutely monstrous. So there you go. And Lou said, call me Leonard Hamscrabs, but I still like ONDS at this price. I don't know who that is, but that was pretty funny. ONDS right here. I'll tell you what, Lou right there, it looks good, but I'll tell you what, it's going to pull back a hair because it has to set up, but you're in a good spot. If you ran this up already, you might want to consider taking some profits and then buy it on the dip with your profits, and you can play with house money. Just giving you a little heads up there. You're going to get a little more run up. Don't get me wrong. You're going to see it, and then you're going to see it kind of pull back. You can see it happening right there. So just watch ONDS today as it spikes up there, and then see if you want to take any of the profits off the table, because it'll go like this. It'll run up, it'll come back down, and then it's going to go doop and go straight up. So that's what you can see going on right there. CRML is going higher, much higher, and also has lined up financing for $500 million in Bitcoin, and will get 92.5% of the Tan Breeze field in Greenland. And Trump wants a stake. Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about that last night. So all these precious metals and stuff going nutty, but I just can't get over AMD this morning. Holy cow, that's a beauty. Let's go through our SPY Big Caps Mag 7. Everybody's excited today. I hope everybody got into AMD, or at least like AMDL was at it. The long, look at that thing right there, up 50%. The two-time ETFs up 50%, guys. I don't know why I didn't play any. I should have just grabbed a few of them because they were so cheap, and they would be up 50% right now. And there you go. So Lou, no problem, of course, anytime. And yeah, wow, guys, AMD. And this is just the beginning of these companies doing things like this. So guys, this is what I'm talking about, how the market's going to get rocking right now, and we are all going to crush this market. Why do you think we did an option show last night? We're trying to get everybody ready for this big run. You guys can make plenty of profits, I'm telling you. And just AMD alone, if you guys were in AMD, and I've been pounding the table for 2 weeks telling you something big was going on, I couldn't tell what it was. I know they had the here, they changed it. Remember the other day, it was a rumor on Friday or whatever that they were going to partner with Intel. They could still partner with Intel and even have this thing with OpenAI. I'm telling you guys, the sky is there's no limits here on this AI stuff and these plays. This happened during the .com, but we're in a whole different revolution now where these companies, they know their best interest at this point is going to be kind of partnered together. AMD and obviously Intel, we're always rivals, big rivals. It doesn't have to be that way anymore, because guess why? There's so much business out there that they could actually make more money working together than if they try to compete with each other. And they're realizing that. They're all realizing that. And you got Trump in their ear too, telling them, guys, get this together. Let's go. We can make tenfold. Look at this thing, guys, up 27%. It is soaring up to 209. So holy cow, what a beauty. Apple up almost $1. That wasn't looking too bad last night. And let's see what Amazon's doing. That's kind of bumped back up. That's going to get bullish, guys. I'll be watching them. And again, you have all of your ETFs right to the right of it right there, of all our list, our big list right there with our SPY Mag 7 big caps. And if they have the ETFs, I put them there on the neck right of the right of them for a reason. So you guys have them at your access at any moment, and you can trade them and look at them while we're going through and why the markets are moving. So take advantage of them, because again, AMD, the options, they weren't that expensive. These guys, I guess they were like a couple $100. I can't even imagine what they look like right now. But yeah, AMDL, that's up over 55%, guys, and that was cheap. We were talking about, guys, down here, you were getting them in the 9s. You're at 16. You're almost doubling your money at least. And with an option play on a 2-time, that thing, I'm kind of mad at myself. I didn't pick up like 2 or 3 of them bad boys myself. but I got a bunch of AMD ones. So I'm going to be looking pretty good, I must say. Amazon, we said, looks good. How about Google right here trying to bump back up? It has a little bit of setup time on it. Meta is going to be getting bumped up, and this one's going to have a little setup time as well. And then we'll catch these guys because, guys, this is at 713. We're going right back to 750, and we're even going back into the 780. So it'll be one hell of a climb. And again, you can easily play METU right here. And there you go. Same exact chart setup. It's only at $40. So keep an eye on these things, guys. This one's not set up yet. It's just getting there. And we'll time them out just like AMD. We're going to be a little early. I'm perfectly fine. I've realized I have to see these setups early to know that there's something going on. And then we just time them out. And last week was perfect for AMD because guess what? You couldn't have bought it this morning. It's already blown through 26% right there. So I had them last week. And like I told you, Friday, I thought it was completely healthy pullback. I couldn't wait for Monday morning, to be honest with you, to take a look at it. I had no idea what was going on. I just woke up, hit AMD was the very first one. It was up like $26 or so. I went up and told my wife, I was like, holy shit, my AMD options are flying. And now it's up like 42, guys. So these things are cruising this morning, looking real good. Let's continue and go through everything else right here. So that is, we looked at Meta. Microsoft looking good too, guys. Here's another one you're going to want to keep an eye on. And MSFU, look at that setup right there, guys. I'm telling you, Microsoft's getting ready. They may have something going on coming out real soon, guys. Take my word for that one. Hint, hint. And I'll be looking at Microsoft. I'll keep you posted on it. The video, a little healthy pullback. Let it pull back. And so you got like Amazon, Google, Amazon's trying to get set up, Amazon Meta, and like Nvidia all trying to get set up. So we'll catch them on the bottoms and ride them up. Tesla up a little bit here. It looks like it wants to get ripping. It looks like it bottomed out. We'll watch it. It does have that little pullback look. So we're going to keep an eye on Tesla right here and see what's going on. Apparently there's some news with ACHR. I'm not sure what's going on with them this morning. Let's see. 3 Archer Aviation red flags. Oh, that's not going to help us. But Archer's getting in the top. If you look at the night note, guys, I had Archer on there for you. So there you go. And that popped up right there for ACHR. And let's see what else is going on over here. Let's go through the rest of these bad boys. That was Tesla. It is up a little bit. And we'll see. It's going to bounce around. It's got to get set up. AMC. This is going to get set up. Let this pull back just a hair, and then it's going to be off to the races in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, guys. We're timing them out, and it's just going to be amazing. This market's going to get wild and ripping. Let me just look real quick. When the shutdown, it looked like past October 15th or later, and you can see it's way up there, and nothing's even curling up, guys. So they're not even talking. I don't even think anything's going on there. And honestly, do you guys now ready? Go through. Remember back before the shutdown, it wasn't that long ago, what I was saying. And remember, I said Trump does not care about a shutdown. He hasn't said a word about it, and it's going to give him all the power, which, it did, and the markets are going to be perfectly fine. Guys, we're hitting all-time highs every single day with a government shutdown. How does that look for the Democrats? I'm telling you guys, every day this goes on, it could be another election they get smoked in. They destroyed the party, and I'm a registered Democrat. That's why I tell you guys, I can openly speak about this. I've ran in elections. I've seen everything. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Who is running the party over there? They imploded the entire party. I never thought I'd see something like it. But yeah, I guess they had to implode it to start over. I have no idea. But they got to get the people like AOC and them maniacs out completely. They have to get rid of everybody, and they need to hire someone like me and get it back together. I could tell them easily how to start and get it running again and be perfectly fine. But guess what? They have this agenda, and as long as they have this agenda, guys, they're going to get wrecked. I mean, wrecked in this country. The woke agenda does not work. It doesn't work for a business. It doesn't work for a school, and it won't work for government, guys. So just remember that. I've said it for a while. Fed decision here in that's December. We went October right there to see where we're at, and that 0.25 is looking really good there towards the end of the month. You do get this 0.50 starting to this dark one right down there to 0.50 is starting to look like that curl. So I think it's going to be a toss up. Obviously, we know we're getting a rate cut guys. It's not even a question. We're going to see one October. We're going to see one in December. And then we're probably going to see one in January. And remember, I told you there was no way if they shut the government down, we were seeing rate cuts across the board. It wasn't even a question. And that's exactly what the Trump administration wanted. I mean, they handed him everything he actually wanted, guys. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me. And I called all of this out before it ever even happened. So I know that's why you guys like the show. We call it all. And if you guys listened to AMD, I'm telling you, I was telling you something was going on. Holy cow. Open AI, that is huge right there, guys. And we are ripping along on AMD this morning. So let's go ahead, look at our Chewy real quick. We'll get through the rest of these guys, see what's going on. Chewy's up a little bit. That's going to have to get set up as well. Good old Unity right there. That's going to probably pull back. That has some time as well. As we ain't worrying about that at the moment. Netflix right here. Are they going to recover? I don't know, guys. I'll be honest with you. That doesn't even look like a bottom. You look like you're going to level down on Netflix. And again, you got Elon out there, and you know what it's about, the woke agenda. And I've watched the show now, and there's another cartoon that's promoting transgender to these kids. And it's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. It does drive me insane too. I know it drives Elon insane. I think anybody with a brain, it's going to drive you nuts. And I make the perfect example. We preach to our kids, believe in Santa, believe in the Easter Bunny. I don't know, my little guys right there, believe in all this nonsense, but yet you can make your own sexual orientation decisions. What the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't even make sense. Logically, it sounds like the craziest thing ever. I mean, you have to be out of your mind if that's the way that you think. You can't be thinking clearly. And clearly, the people that think this way, it never ends well, guys, as you can see. And yeah, this transgender, again, nobody gives a shit what anybody wants to do. Stop forcing it down children's throats and putting it in the school system and all this nonsense. Stop driving it down my throat. I don't give a shit what you do. I'll help you. I'll open the door for you. I'll carry your bags, whatever you need. I don't care what you are. Just stop driving it down my kids' throats and my throat. That's all I say. And that's how the American people feel, guys. It's nothing against anybody. Believe me, I have zero discrimination. I could care less what anybody does. You guys know that. And just don't drive it down my throat, and especially don't put it in the school system, because again, it makes zero sense. You're telling these kids we have Christmas and Santa Claus is coming down their chimney, but yet they can decide if they're a boy or a girl. It doesn't make any sense to anybody with, like, I have a brain injury, guys, and it doesn't make sense to me. It just logically sounds absolutely crazy to me. So anyway, let's see what these semiconductors are doing, because I could imagine they might be ripping right now as well. If we can get there, what just happened with the hold on, AVGO? There we go. Now that one's pulling back, and you might see some pullback. Let's see. This isn't FinViz is freezing right there for some reason. Hold on. Let's see if FinViz wants to work. Come on, FinViz. There you go. All right, let's see. Where are we at? AVGO. We were doing our semiconductors. Let me just see what that looks like. That is way down right there. I would assume that some of them would be moving, so we'll watch that for a good setup. And let's see what MU is up. Why can't I type either? Here we go. MU, that's cruising along. It's been looking pretty good right there. That's why I assumed AVGO might have been running up there this morning, but it did have that pullback look. I forgot what the chart even looked like. Now you're getting some support. So we might bottom out right here and get cruising along. TSM's been ripping up the all-time highs, and there you go again. Luis Rodriguez just ripping all-time highs. And guess what, guys? We're in a government shutdown, and the market looks like, imagine what happens when the government shutdown ends. And this is what I've been saying. In about 2 weeks, we have the markets ripping all-time highs now. You don't think after the government figures it out and has a budget, the markets aren't going to go absolutely bonkers? Holy cow. So, guys, and it's just going to rip all the way until the end of the year. So you're going to have an amazing holiday season coming up. So be sure to plan accordingly. I'm telling you, last year, right around this time, I had made a lot of money in options. I'm not going to lie. I was telling you guys the stories and what I was doing last year, and I was just teaching myself. Now we know what we're doing. We did an option show. I even learned how to trade 2 different style options last night. I was taking my notes, guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to rewatch the show. We did a 3-hour show last night, not the entire time about options. We went through the market, talked about some other stuff, and I told you some wild stories about me and my buddy Donnie at the end. But yeah, we definitely covered options, and there's no reason why nobody should be not knocking these out of the park. SMCI, remember we like this setup, and it's been running up. It looks really good right there. And here's our baby right there. It's up $37 to 202. Let's see how much it can climb. Big news this morning. I mean, look at this thing sticking in the top right there. It looks like it wants to continue up. And obviously at 9:30, you're going to have the options rolling in there and everything else. AMD and OpenAI announced a strategic partnership to delay 6 gigawatts of AMD GPUs, and AMD signs AI chip supply deal with OpenAI and gives the option to take 10% stake, guys. That is wild. So there you go. And then this one on October 5th, potential Intel AMD partnership reshapes semiconductor landscape. I'm telling you, they may do deal with OpenAI and also Intel at the same time. It's not going to matter. It's not like, oh, we just did a deal with OpenAI. We can't talk to you now, Intel. It's not like that anymore. These guys were huge competitors. They were main competitors, AMD and Intel. And now you're going to see these guys partner up, working together, and making way more money than if they had been going against each other. If they work together, we all know teamwork is the key to success. And like I said, the demand is so high, they can't make the supply. But if they work together, they can probably try to double their productivity. And that, in a sense, will make them more money in the long run. So they see what the bottom line is, and they know the AI. This is what shows you guys that AI is just beginning. When you got companies like AMD willing to partner with OpenAI and give them 10% stake, what does that tell you? How much money is involved in this stuff? AMD wants to partner with Intel. They didn't care about each other before, but guess what? The opportunities for these companies to make so much money is there right now that they don't even care. They're like, yeah, hey, Intel used to be our biggest rival, and now we're going to be partners with them, and we're all going to have dinner together. We're all going to celebrate because we're all going to be making tons of money. And that is what this AI is about. That is what we've been talking about, this market getting wild, guys. And QCOM, that's looking good. That's going to run up some more right there. You already know that one is good. Snow's been running up. That looks pretty good as well. So, yeah, these things. PayPal, I think, is going to be one of these setups right here that looks like they have something going on right now. They do have earnings coming out at the end of the month, but PayPal is setting up. We've been watching it. Here's Intel, and they're down a little bit. But just imagine if some news comes out here, and they had the rumor thing up there too. But like I said, you could have that news still come out later on today or tomorrow. Could you imagine if that came out, what AMC would do? That would be insane. And anyway, here is our Dell. And Dell's another one, guys, I think is going to be a big player too. That chart looks beautiful. We knew it down here that it was going to run down in the 120s, and it ran into the 150s. It's a beauty right there. And then you can catch the next setup on it. So that is what we're looking for. And we are just going to crush the market every which way. So be sure you're in that Discord, because I'm telling you, the night note is fire. You were in every single big play, I would say, for the last couple of weeks. Once I stopped focusing on what I wasn't good at, and then got back focused on what I am good at, which is the setups, we destroyed it, guys. So I knew, get back in my lane and just stick to it, and then we can zip right down the highway at 100 miles an hour. And here we go, because I would say we're cruising right along every single day. So I won't jump out of my lane anymore. I realized I have to stick with the setups, and it's perfectly fine. And again, sometimes we're a little bit early. I don't care. I don't need to trade every single day nonstop. I may catch a quick momentum play in the morning or sometime during the day, but I am more confident in my setups knowing that I can see something happening here in advance. Like I was telling you, something big was going on with AMD. That's massive right there, guys. It was up over $42. You can hit it, still see it hitting the resistance right there. But obviously, it could get through that as the market opens up today with that kind of news. We're talking, this is pre-market numbers right here, guys. So imagine when the market opens up, up unless it just starts getting sold off because people lock in them options. I'll be looking at it, that's for sure, because I got a few and it does hit that resistance right there. So we'll definitely be looking at it and see what's going on. And then we'll also, I'm telling you, it looks like it's about to start curling back up right there. So I'll look at the chart. I'll keep you guys posted on what it looks like for AMD. But what a monster this morning. Palantir right here, ripping up, not looking too bad on that after that little dip down. And how about Sophie? That one had been dipping down. Let it pull back. It's almost ready to get set up, and we'll catch that one on the ride up. How about Mara? Excuse me. Oh, man, I can't. Mara and Riot, let's look at them because Bitcoin and crypto are looking really good as well. And Mara looks real good to continue to run up there. Here's your Riot. That one has been looking good. CleanSpark looked real good last night, and that's ripping up there. So we had gone over them. And CleanSpark and MicroStrategies cruising right along, and you're going to see that get up to the 400, 450 area pretty soon right there for MicroStrategy. So obviously, keep an eye on like an MSTX, guys. I might be checking this out. Here's your long MSTR. So again, take advantage of the ETFs as well. And Robinhood's moving up, and this one's been cruising. Coinbase has been looking good. That's still jumping up right there. And how about Bull? I think Bull is going to get pretty bullish, and it's going to be a good opportunity. We're down here at 14, guys, and I would say at easy, you're going to double it with no problem right there for Bull. And that's what we look for. We look for these opportunities that can really run. How about Virgin Galactic Space running up? I was talking about it last night. It was like the second option I ever bought. And for whatever reason, I went out until like 2026. So I still have the thing. I have to look. I'll tell you guys today when it expires. I completely forget, but I think it was 2026. And I bought that last October. So I was just experimenting and it was down. And then all of a sudden started moving. I was like, wow, that thing might actually get in the money. Again, it was like a $13 option. I was just playing games and experimenting last year right around this time and taught myself how to trade options. Did extremely well. And now you guys could see what you could do in options. So, yeah, we're going to destroy it. And especially when you got the market ripping like this, this is a great time to be trading options because these things just catapult. And like I said before, I was a big penny stock guy that ripped through penny stocks, 100%ers. But when I realized what these things were doing, I was like, holy cow. But let's just wrap this up. Boeing right here is definitely getting set up, guys. I am going to be keeping an eye. Does Boeing have any ETFs? I'm going to be looking that up. DJT looking pretty good right there. Phunware was looking pretty good last week. It's just sitting flat. McDonald's right here is down a little bit. And how about our Disney trying to get ripping back up? So Disney looks like it's trying to get set back up. We might want to keep an eye on that. And let's look at that Oxy. I know Buffett bought like their chemical company or something. So I would assume this thing's going to get set up, had that big dip on the news. And now it's going to be ripping back up for good opportunities. And ExxonMobil right there, not looking too bad. And obviously Gush, that's up. And we knew oil and gas was looking good. This TMDE was ripping last week, guys, and it looks good. It's not even moving yet this morning, but keep your eyes on that. I had mentioned that one before, along with our RBNE, Robin Energy right here. And this thing could really get ripping. Look at it. It's getting set up. And we notice has massive spikes. We've caught it multiple times on RBNE. So that is another one that we're going to have to keep an eye on right there. And let me cruise right through right now and see what's going on. We did look at that. And here we go, Luis Rodriguez. I'm just going to check out these real quick because I know I got to get up there. I'm so excited about our AMD right there. Circle is a great one, guys. I know that's looking good. Our CoreWeave's looking really good as well. Cypher's looking good. I know people are in that. Sam's in that one. That's a good smack right there. And again, guys, we're giving you so many opportunities here. It's not even funny. And this is why I told Doge Mama Knight and Cadence, you two are next to get on the ball. You two have been listening to the show, tuning in all the time. So make sure you two hit me up and let's get you to definitely rocking and rolling. That goes for everybody, guys. You know Joseph Levy's story. He hit me up, hit 176% options, and now this guy's on complete fire. He just won like the pool thing, the pool league, and he's going to Vegas for the championship soon. So you talk about building confidence, guys. I mean, Joseph Levy is the story right there. I'm not going to lie. Look at DraftKings. We've been talking about that's going to be ripping. Our cat right here has been looking pretty good. I know that. IONQ, that one is actually down. I just thought of that because it was pulling up the other day. How about Rocket Lab right here? Let's see where we're at. That's moving along as well. And let's see, UUU. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Energy Fuels, ABVX right here. Let's see. Wow, that looks real good. I don't know what they're doing, a biotech company, but that one looks pretty good. AI is at C3, and that one's about to pop up more. Keep an eye on that. We already know what SBET's about to do, guys. So there are so many opportunities right there, and there you go. And this is Denny's all over. $1,000 in call options on Friday would give you $500,000 today on AMD, guys. And I'm telling you guys, I can't wait to see what my account looks like. It should be it should be nice. I'm not going to lie. I have multiple contracts on AMD. I told you there was something going on. I told you I had options on it. And so, yeah, let's see where it's at 9:30. Let's see where the contracts are that are at the open. Luis Rodriguez has 4, and that's exactly what I'm saying. So there you go with that. Strategic partnerships and acquisitions related to AI are going to be the next big thing. Absolutely, all these companies, and we talked about it a month ago, guys. I said this a while back that these companies were going to do it. What will happen now is all the other China or all the other chips and AI companies will have to race to keep up or beat AMD deal. Exactly. And it's just going to catapult this entire thing. And we already know Tesla has 2 big announcements coming up this week, guys. We do know that. And yeah, so that's going to be a good one right there. And you guys were talking about something, and God is great. Absolutely. Every day is a great day, guys. And those AMD contracts were leases purchased over a year ago. You got burned on them after they pulled back to below 100, but thank God they were leaps because now he stands to make a profit. So yeah, sometimes you get in some of these and they dip down. Like I said, Space did it to me. It was the very first one. I had no idea what was going on, and I learned. That's how I learned about the time value or the time decay or whatever because of that one. So there you go, and thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for saying I have a gift and BOEU. Let me check it out, and I'll hop off because I got to go up and get Dougie ready. And oh yeah, look at that thing right there. There's our Boeing. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. Let me write that down next to it. I'll add it to the list right there because we do have a Boeing bull 2 times, and Boeing's looking real good. So I'm going to be looking at that right there. Nvidia's down, Tesla's up, and of course our AMD is the big story. And I think we were all excited about that because I was telling you guys something was definitely going on for over a week. And there you go, everybody. I'd say that's an amazing pre-market show. I hope everybody's excited. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be like this every single day now until the end of the year. So let's do it. Obviously, every day won't be crazy, but the markets are going to be great. And we are absolutely going to destroy everything. And this is the time frame that I've been talking about for a little while. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button, repost it or whatever. Follow along on X, YouTube, and Instagram, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.